Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Holistic Living Show. And today I'm really excited to expand a little bit upon the Holistic Healing Program. I've got a new session that has just opened up, and I'm going to share about the one that is currently in the process of wrapping up and let you know about what is coming in April. So this week and next week, I will have specifically some samples of kind of what I do in the Holistic Healing 3-month program, because that is something that I am totally passionate about. I love sharing all the acupressure tips. We dove into a whole bunch of different topics that I did based on the group's requests. So this is very customized, and we looked at topics such as insomnia relief. We looked at women's health and libido. We looked at neck and shoulder relief. We're doing backs this week, back pain relief for this week, and I'm really super excited about that. I'm going to share some of that with you and some of the details on how you can join us for the next session that starts next month. Okay, so I've got someone on here saying, hi Carly, hi. I do need to drop in that link on, I took it out. Anyhow, I can't see your photo. That's okay, because I didn't put the link in there for you to give StreamYard permission so I can see that. Today is going to be about an acupressure point I'm going to share on how to find it to help balance your energy. Let's see. And then we're also going to do a little bit with the singing bowls. I've got the throat chakra here because we're going to do the lung meridian and the throat chakra. And it just gives a really good idea about what it is like in one of my classes that I teach. I do 3 classes a month in my holistic healing program. And so here we go. What is it we're doing today is this. So if you're feeling tired or overwhelmed or out of sorts, so I'm going to share one of the 12 acupressure points. I'm going to work with the lungs because that one is the first one in the meridian clock. We also take a look at that as to the times and how does that relate to, like, if you're waking up in the middle of the night, how does that relate to, say, you get like a rash on your wrist or something, which happened to me on the weekend. I'm like, oh, what meridian is that close to, right? It can give a lot of clues, and it's really a lot of putting pieces of a puzzle together when it comes to doing our own self-care and looking after our own health. And if we can do this stuff on our own, it will definitely help to provide better balance and provide clues as to what else is going on. Of course, I do suggest if you have something that needs immediate attention, seek out medical advice. The tools and tips that I share with you today are excellent for self-care, and they do work. They can help provide pain relief, and they do also provide energy balancing. Because we're working with the energy in our bodies, it's more than just the physical. It's our external physical self and then our internal energetic self. And we're working with both of them when we work with acupressure, which is what I love about it so much. All right. So has anybody here actually experienced any pain or discomfort where it was really inconvenient for you to be able to get some assistance? Like perhaps it was the middle of the night, or maybe it was you were like out of town or something, or out of the country. Well, not so much lately, but I know when I travel, these tips that I use them all the time. I use them every day. And I'm on a mission to share them with as many people as possible so that everyone can benefit from them. These acupressure points are thousands of years old that have been handed down throughout generations, throughout history, and they're still here. We're still using them because they work. If you've got anything that you are particularly wanting to address, go ahead and drop that in the comments, because I did say we would do the lung meridian, but if there's another one that comes up, I am certainly open to jumping in on doing that with you as well. So get that customized. Now, with my clients that I've worked with over the past 12 years, this is the kind of thing that I would give them as homework to do when they would go in between appointments. And it's the self-care that's done at home that is what really helps propel the healing moving forward. Um, the the challenges that people have in doing them is actually remembering to, or having them worked into a routine, which is why I created the 3-month holistic healing program, because by the end of that, you'll have all the tools that you need, all the guidebooks, all the learning videos that you can reference back to, and that one you have access to while you're in the program, and you can download the guides and use them for your self-care. And we talk about, how to work that into your schedule, choosing a time and day that works best for you. And then you have that support. So you get the coaching with the live classes, as well as the video tutorials. And then there's the guidebooks that go along with it. And then there's the community as well, because that does include a private Facebook community to be able to ask questions and share and connect with other people who are also going through different stages of their own journey, learning the acupressure and the energetic benefits that are derived from it. So I do have this next 3-month program happening starting up in April. So right now the registration is open actually as of today, and as a bonus for people watching, if you enter the promo code holistic, you will get 20% off. So the holistic healing program, if you're interested in that for the next session, it runs from April, May, and June. It runs the full 3 months. And there is a self-paced option as well if you find you just want to kind of do it on your own. But I really recommend joining the group and getting the live classes, because then you're also going to have your top 3 concerns are going to be addressed and met during that program. Like I said, it's very customized. So my name is Carly Penfold, and I have been a holistic practitioner for like over 12 years. And my specialty was in Shiatsu. Shiatsu is acupressure with massage. And the acupressure points are the same as the acupuncture ones. They're just accessed differently because I don't use needles. We would use our hands and our fingers and palms of our hands. We use the knuckles, we use the forearms, elbows even. Even did foot shiatsu where I'd step on people. So there's definitely a lot of different ways that these acupressure meridians and points can be accessed. So I'm going to start off with one of the things that I really like to do is to teach these points to people, because I get to see the benefits and people getting pain relief, or if they have something that does keep returning to them, the acupressure points can be used as preventative care as well. So that is what is very beneficial. So one of the latest things that I've been using acupressure points on has been, insomnia lately has been insomnia, because I keep waking up in the night. And yes, again, if this is happening to you, go check it out with your doctor. Get any blood work done or hormonal stuff done, or blood work stuff done that you need to find out what it is that you're actually dealing with. So for myself, I found I would keep waking up. Sometimes it was hormonal. Sometimes it was my partner beside me being loud or snoring. And sometimes I just would wake up and I just could not fall back to sleep. So the insomnia relief presentation, I actually have one happening at the end of this month through Balanced Wellbeing. There's a massive community coming together for an online event, and I'll have more information about that in a different show. Shauna, if you're watching, I'd like you to come on, and so we can talk about that. And there are a ton of practitioners there, and during that, I will be teaching the 8 potent points for insomnia relief, because even last night I was like going over to my wrist. I'm like, I just want to fall back to sleep. And one of the points is on the wrist. And so I was holding that And then as I was falling back to sleep, it was like, yeah. And then I wake up, I'm like, sometimes I'm even still holding it when I wake up again. I'm like, oh yeah, that worked. So yeah, my mission is to share this with as many people as possible because it is a holistic based self-care that is beneficial for all ages and can be done by anybody. So the one that I'm going to do today, we're going to just start off with some breath work and do a little bit of centering ourselves and getting connected with our breath before moving into learning the acupressure point. So the way that I do this is with some chakra balancing, and the chakras are 7 main ones in the body, and they are energy centers. That's how our personal energy interacts with the energy that is around us. So I'll be using the throat chakra singing bowl here, and I invite you to not follow this part if you happen to just be listening to this and maybe driving, because you need to have full attention for that. And I would like to make sure that there's no accidents happening out there. So make sure you're in a comfortable seated position. You can even be lying down if that's comfortable for you. Or maybe you're just listening in while you're doing something else. You may get a little bit distracted from the other things that you're doing, and that's okay. Or you can come back to this and watch the replay too. All right, so I just invite you to take a deep breath and really focus on what your breathing is doing right now. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it erratic? Or is it a nice even flow to it? Just be an observer at this point and just see what your body's actually doing right now. And the suggestion I do is that you take your inhale in through your nose and then exhale through the mouth. And as we do this, here's the bowl. Just focusing with the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm going to play this bowl for a bit, and I'd like you to imagine that you've got roots from your feet connecting with the earth energy, and on the inhale, you're breathing energy in and up through your body, through the base of your feet, up through the legs to the throat area, because this is the throat chakra that we're working with. And then on the exhale, releasing that energy down through the body again and back out through the feet into the earth again. Now, the earth energy is like unlimited. We can tap into it this way at any time. And so we'll do that breathing together, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and using that visualization of imagining connecting to that earth energy, that you're bringing that healing energy in, up through the throat chakra, and then exhaling it back out again. So here we go. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and imagining, you can close your eyes, really trying to visualize that energy coming in through that root system you've used to establish to connect with the earth energy, bringing that up through the body, and then imagining that as sweeping or clearing any energetic debris that might be around in the throat area. Throat chakra is about communication. It's about how we express ourselves. So once again, imagining that circuit of energy from the root system that we've established from our feet to the earth, up through the body, through the throat chakra, exhaling and returning any negative energies and debris back to the earth to be neutralized. And on your next exhale, allowing yourself to bring your awareness back, opening up your eyes when you're ready, and just observing how you're feeling. How do you feel at this point? How have you noticed a difference? Let me know in the comments there. Let me know if you've experienced anything else from that. So we're continuing with that inhale and exhale, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And hopefully you feel a little bit more settled, a little bit calmer. You can move your fingers and toes a little bit, just kind of getting back into the body. And we'll move on to the next thing, which we're going to do is with the lung meridian. Now, I did have a series of these out in the Facebook group. Right now, the lung one is still there. The rest of them have been removed, and they're in my learning library right now. And they are for sale if you are interested in pursuing it. There's an Acupressure for Beginners course, which is a 12-part series, and this is the start of one of the ones that we talk about. So the lung meridian, you can see on the cartoon little guy there that it does start and end in the arms, well, around the chest area, and then goes down to the thumb side of the inner arm. The balancing point for this one's called lung 9, so it is the 9th point on the lung meridian. It's called Supreme Abyss, and it is on the inside wrist crease on the thumb side. Now, in my holistic healing program, we also go a little bit deeper into the essential oils that support this meridian and how to use them. The one that does support the lung meridian is the one that I recommend is RC, which is a Young Living blend of 3 different eucalyptus oils in it. It's absolutely amazing. If you haven't smelled it yet or used it, it's amazing. And so I recommend eucalyptus, RC, and there's a blend called Raven as well. That one is located, I'm going to show it to you on the hands now. It is on the hands here, and it's the inside wrist crease by the thumb side. So there it is. You have your hands out in front of you, taking a look where your thumbs are, and then going to the wrist in the crease there where you'll find this balancing point. So if we do that together, you put your hands out in front, taking one finger from the other onto the other wrist, flex the wrist a little bit, see how that feels. We're looking for some Subo bowls, some indentations that are here. And this is where the balancing point is. So we're going to hold this, and I suggest doing 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth as you hold this, and just allow yourself some gentle pressure. You don't want to cause any pain or anything. Like you may, if you hold it lighter, you may actually start to feel the pulsation coming through from that meridian. So as we do this together, you're going to do 3 on this side and then 3 over to the other. I'll just tell you a little bit more, some stories about the meridians. So the meridians, I like to refer to them like energetic rivers of energy. They are within our bodies. They're an energetic meridian. It has a starting point and an end point, and they relate to bringing the energy or chi to the different organs. Okay, let's switch to the other side now. Do 3 deep breaths or more, thereabouts. Go at your own pace when we hold the balancing point here. So I'm going to just pop up that photo again. So there you see the red dot is indicating on the wrist where this balancing point is. So I've got it right here on my wrist. And so yeah, the meridians. So the meridians, they all they're like rivers of energy. They're like they're flowing. The energy that's in these meridians is known by different names depending on what culture or part of the world that you're from. So it's known as chi. It is also known as ki. So first one is Chinese for chi. Ki is the Japanese version of this life force energy. Mana is the Hawaiian, what Hawaiians call this energy. Prana is East Indian, and the chakra balancing that we did too is an is of East Indian origin too. So it's just life force energy that's within us. It's in all beings. It's in all things that are alive and around us. It's life force energy. So this is the balancing point for the lungs. So we've taken the singing bowl now, we've done that balance in through the throat chakra, and now we're supporting that with a balancing point for the lung meridian. Now, what does that actually mean? So the lung meridian, it does help us with opening up that channel of energy, and I'll show that picture here again where you see the cartoon little figure. You see a gray line on the arm. It is on both sides of the body. These points are bilateral. It is on both sides of the body, and that's where the path is for the lung meridian. And it's through the acupressure points that we are then able to either unblock some stuck energy or open up any pathways that are just not flowing as well as they should be. And why would we want to do this? Because we want to have the energy nourishing our body as best as it can and all of our organs. And what are things that impact chi or ki or this life force energy? We get that by what we eat and what we drink and what we surround ourselves with, like doing practices like meditation. It's our spiritual side too. So this is how we intake some of this energy through our food and drink. That's one example. Our breath is another one. What we do with our breathing, which is why I like to focus on the breath with the singing bowls to bring awareness to that. And then we have I'm using my breath right now. Like, then we have the traditional Chinese medicine theory on other aspects, including time of day that these energy meridians peak. And for the lungs, it's between 3 and 5 in the morning. So often if people are on a retreat and they're learning, say, a yoga retreat, they'll be often woken up around 4 a.m. because that is when the lung meridian is at its peak and is when we take in our first breath. So that's how that relates in with the time of day to the lung meridian and how that really is can also give clues too, because if you've got something going on between 3 and 5 in the morning, like you're always waking up and you don't want to be, this is something that can be an indication that there may be an imbalance in the lung meridian. Other aspects of traditional Chinese medicine that are brought into the meridians include things like the lungs represent what it is that we take on and we let go of in our lives. What are we breathing in? What are we exhaling, letting go of? So we can also take a look then to help balance this meridian is take a moment and think, what is going on in our lives? What is it that we have that we're taking on in terms of responsibilities? What is it that maybe we're ready to delegate or let go of? These are all the things that relate to the lung meridian. There's so many different layers to it. And that's why I wanted to jump on here and share with you guys all of what I know. Well, we scratched the surface of that. And to invite you all to an in-depth program that you'll do some classes like this with me over the course of 3 months, and we will not only cover the 12 main meridians in the body and look at the balancing points for all of those. We'll get that laid out as a foundation. But then we will also start to look at combinations of points for common ailments, such as headache relief, women's health issues and libido. What are some of the other ones I've got? Knees. We did one on knees, back pain, tech neck, if you get the tech neck happening. So neck, shoulder, elbow, wrist, pain relieving points. These can be done to give pain relief, and also they can be done for preventative care to prevent anything from recurring that you may have experienced. Also included with my program is a one-on-one session with myself And that one is done so that we can really just give you some customized care and tips and techniques specific to what you're going through. So I'll just go ahead and put that up again. Oh, actually, I'll give you some testimonials. So I'm going to show you a couple of testimonials here from people that have taken some of the courses, and as well as from the program that is just wrapping up right now. So there were just two testimonials I flashed up on the screen there. Carly, you were awesome, such great energy was one of them, and the other one was a little bit longer on the insomnia relief and the relief and her personal experience about what it was that she had experienced after learning the points and using them not just for herself but for her husband as well. And so she was able to sleep a full 8 hours, which is amazing. People do get different results. I'll just say that right off the bat. But what do you have to lose? Once you know it, you can use it. And like I said, like middle of the night is probably the most common time that I use these acupressure points. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do is just pop up the info about how to register. So if you're ready and you've seen this example of the type of thing that we do in the classes, and the classes do take place on Zoom. There's 3 live classes per month, each month. And there's that support as well through the holistic the private Facebook group, and then there's an online portal that I have where you have access to not only the program and the replays, but you've also got access to your choice of some of those other topics that I was just talking about, like insomnia relief and knee pain relief and upper body pain relief. Okay. And so if you are booking, just as a promo, I do have 20% off right now if you use the word holistic. Type that into the bottom. And if you're not sure if this is going to be right for you, I definitely suggest just going ahead and booking a complimentary call with myself and seeing if that's right for you, or if you're not sure about whether to do the live class or maybe the self-paced class, or maybe you just want to have just one module that's really appealing to you, like the insomnia or the knee pain relief or the back pain relief, and you just want to have access to that. And we can go deeper into that as to what's going to be best suitable for what you have going on, and you can do that by visiting the bit.ly link there, Book with Carly, with the capitals B, W, and C, Book with Carly. And make sure I've covered everything here. Okay, so you can either go ahead and register right away for that holistic healing course. Like I said, it's starting up again April, May, and June. It's a 3-month program, and this is how you can register for it. It's a bit.ly link, Holistic Healing Courses, and then use the promo code HOLISTIC to get 20% off. Something else that I haven't mentioned is I do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee for that 3-month program. So you can actually try the first month and see if you like it. If you're not entirely happy with it, no questions asked. If you're not happy, I don't want you in my course. But I would love it if you were able to try it out and actually get the benefits from it, because I've seen it work for so many people, and I know that this can be helpful for you too. So there is that 30-day money-back guarantee. And then on some of the other courses that you'll see there too, when you go to that link, the individual courses have like a 7-day money-back guarantee as well. So we do include so much with that. We get the 3 live classes each month. We've got a private Facebook support community. There's an online portal where all of the videos will reside even after the fact, so you can get caught up on any replays, or if you miss one, the replays are there. I also have guidebooks that are downloadable, or you can use them electronically because there are spots to type in notes and stuff. And those are also there to support you in learning these points and having them for future reference as well. So if you've got any questions about that, go ahead, type them in the comments. Other than that, I'll be wrapping this up pretty soon. So the promo code, remember, that is holistic for your 20% off, and that's at Holistic Healing Courses. You can follow that link. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the comments. So I'm going to take that off for a sec here and put that back in the comments. Okay. I've gone ahead and put that in the comments section on the YouTube links. I'll have to pop in there and put that into the Facebook group as well. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. And if you find that you're looking for some supportive self-care programs and you want to have something that is something that you can learn that will be with you for the rest of your life, you'll have all that support. I welcome you to join us at the next session for the Holistic Healing Program. Thanks for watching, everybody.